Urban called you the best blitzer in America. What is it? Obviously, you're athletic, you're fast. What is it you think that makes you so effective at that?
One of the things that I feel that really helps out a lot, Coach Fickle helped teach us routines of blitzing, learning some of the calls, some of the cadences that the quarterbacks have. But he also says it's timing and aiming point. I'm sorry. It's just like I'm just trying to hit it at a certain time, and I'm just pretty much not guessing, but instinctively knowing the snap count and stuff.
How much do you enjoy that part of the game? Is that, I mean, if you could make an interception or force a fumble or blitz, I mean, where does that stack up?
Let me see that. Everybody love interceptions. Everybody love pick sixes, but to be honest, I love to have a blitz, come in, sack the quarterback, force fumble, pick it up, and touchdown. Better than the interception to me. It might not look as good on the stat sheet, but I like those a lot better because you're more aggressive, and most time in coverage you're just like sitting back and not relaxing, but when you're blitzing, you're aggressive and you really get to show your abilities and everything.
Yeah, Urban talked about maybe wanting to be more aggressive and use you in that role more often. Are you blitzing? Do you want to blitz more? Do you feel like you're not doing it as much as you would want to?
I'm blitzing as much as the coaches want me to. I'm gonna try to get there every time, and I'm just gonna do whatever the team needs me to do. I love blitzing, and the coaches kind of starting to realize that I like blitzing and that we're gonna be more aggressive. So we're gonna start sending more people. So if the coaches want to keep sending me, I'm gonna keep going.
Is there something that you guys have to give up if you're going after? Does that put more pressure on the secondary? Is that the trade?
Sometimes they put more pressure on the secondary, but I feel like when they know that we have some key guys going blitzing, they understand the ball is not going to be held on for that long. So they have pretty much a time clock in their head and know how long it's going to take for the ball to come out, and me getting there is going to help out a lot.
Ryan, how much of your success as a linebacker is sort of like your instinct and just sort of having a feel for what's going on versus how much you work in the film room to really study and figure out what a team's going to do?
I think my instincts and everything counts for like 40%. And then the other 60% is like the things I go over in film, watching over myself, and what Coach Fickle taught me. Because before I wasn't really good at taking my steps or just knowing the right places to be. And I was overrunning a lot of plays, and Coach Fickle and myself going back and watching over the film, it really helped out a lot. So I know me just taking all my mental reps and looking back over everything helps out more.
When you were overrunning plays, was it almost, were you too instinctual almost? Like, did you feel like you knew what was going to, because it feel like you would be there sometimes, but maybe you almost be there, too fast. Is that possible?
Sometimes I feel like I knew the play was coming, or sometimes I would get there, but Coach Fickle tells me all the time, like, I'm one of the fastest guys, one of the fastest linebackers in the country, and one of the fastest guys on the team. He always tried to tell me and reiterate that nobody's going to outrun me. And I feel like I always felt that somebody's going to outrun me to that point, so I always try to get to it before them, and that's why they tend to overrun. I tend to overrun it.
So really for you, I mean, I guess it sounds sort of backwards, but you almost had to slow yourself down a little bit?
Yeah, I kind of have to slow myself down so I can stay I'm back short on a lot of people because I tend to overrun them because I get it too fast.
But I guess being too fast, that's a good problem to have, right?
Yeah, I'd rather be too fast than too slow.
Have you felt that change? Have you felt that you're doing that right now with what Coach Fickle's been talking about?
Yeah, I've been changing a lot. I can really feel it. I still tend to overrun a few plays sometimes, but I can definitely tell a big difference from this year and last year.
What does, I mean, when you have that kind of speed that you're talking about as a linebacker, and we've heard your 40 times thrown out there and stuff, does it allow you to do things, though, that other people can't do? I mean, how does speed really translate at your position?
Sometimes it really helps out a lot, being really fast and doing things that other people can't do, because sometimes I can even cheat plays, like go behind blocks or even beat blocks faster than normal linebackers can, or I can just use my quickness and beat people like that. Sometimes that helps out a lot when you're quick. But Coach Fickle also telling me, like, just try to maintain my fundamentals so I won't like cheat plays too much.
Can you feel it though sometimes that it happens that if there's a lineman, there's a guard or somebody out coming to the second level to try to get you and get you blocked, and they're just too slow, like they can't get to you before you can get away and make a play?
Yeah, I can definitely feel it sometimes. Sometimes people, or even be over my tracks because they understand how fast I'm going. They'll try to get out there before I could, and I can back shoulder them, or sometimes I can just run over top. And so, yeah. it really helps out a lot.
Ryan, was Freeman here when you were being recruited?
When I came up for my official, he was here, but I really didn't. I talked to him a little bit, but it wasn't. I didn't really get to see him that much.
Do you know him at all? Is there like a fraternity among linebackers and former linebackers?
Yeah, I know if he came, we'll talk and everything, because we're linebackers and both students of Coach Fickle, and he was here when I was getting recruited, so I think he still kind of remember who I was. So I feel if he was here, I'll still kind of talk to him and everything.
Who are the linebackers that you ever watch, whether it be college or the NFL or anywhere, that you see that have that kind of speed that you have? Who are the linebackers that play that fast?
I see Patrick Willis and Bowman from the 49ers. They're pretty fast guys. Von Miller, he's a pretty fast guy. And then sometimes I even look at even guys at other schools. They're pretty fast too. So,
guys, we got to wrap it up with Ryan. He's got to get into it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ryan.